Hey, yes, I had to bring you some smooth jazz because I'm definitely doing something a little different for y'all. Y'all, these are the last 2 episodes of It's Consulting Time for this season. And yes, Miriam, Yes, I had to give it to him because I can't talk about it if I don't walk about it. So I had to come to y'all all natural, all thorough, all real, traction, alopecia, and all, because y'all need to know we don't look how we look on Instagram all the time. It is 8 p.m. and y'all already know what time it is. It's consulting time. I'm your girl, Lily Mae, and I am so excited to have such energetic, spectacular people with us this evening. Guys, today has been an amazing day. I'll talk to you more about it after this season of It's Consulting Time is over. But I want to jump right in because my first guest of the evening, she's a New Yorker, right? And she is magnificent. She's empowered. She's gorgeous. She's bold. She's fabulous. She's captivating. I mean, all I can do is say lady with the I, Miz with the Z. Hey, girl.
Hey, what's up? I love the intro.
Thank you for being here this evening. Shout out to MJ's Hip Hop Connects for making this happen. I'm just ecstatic that you accepted the invitation to come and have a talk with me
Well, I'm
because
excited
you
to
are
yeah.
amazing and we're going to talk about their family business. But introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah, so what's up everybody? My name is Ladi Miz. I do a lot of different things. I'm multi-passionate. I'm a song creator, an entrepreneur, and I'm an author and businesswoman, you name it. I kind of like do a little of everything.
Absolutely. So let's start. Let's kind of start at the beginning and we're going to work our way to family business. But talk to me a little bit about kind of how the artistry started. And we're not going to talk about being an author just yet. Or if you were an author first, let's talk about that. So, which one came first, author or artist?
So me being a songwriter came first. Um, so I started writing since I was like 11 years old. I started writing to like the song The Show, Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. I was on punishment and I couldn't go out. And that was like, music is always something to give you something to do, make you feel good. So I'm listening to all the hip hop joints on the boom box with the tape, you know what I'm saying? And I was writing down their words. And then I just started to write my own words and say it over theirs. And I was like, oh, I could say it like this. I could say it like that. And from there, I just became a writer. So I started writing then. And then from there, I started writing my own songs. Then I would look for instrumentals. And then I started getting in the studio and recording. So I was doing that for years, when, like I said, when I was young. And then when I kind of like took my hiatus break, right, I didn't have a way to express myself because music is a form of expression. That was my way of really like letting things out, for me to speak about things I've been through, things I've seen, and just my environment. Since I wasn't doing music at a certain period of time and I was no longer writing, that's when I got into writing books because I needed a way to release. So I started getting into that.
Okay, so describe for us your creative process when you began writing music. What does that look like? Because this is It's Consulting Time, and we definitely want to give the other independent creatives a little taste of it.
Yeah. So as far as what makes me get creative on any level,
Mhm.
first it's either the beat. So shout out to the producers. I feel like
Okay.
one thing always tells a story to the next thing. So if I listen to a beat, I feel like the beat talks to me. So I get a vision from the music itself, and I'll write whatever comes to mind, whatever I see. Or if I don't have a beat and I'm going through something, or somebody else I know is going through something, or there's just something that I want to write about, I'll just write about it. So it really just all depends on, the mood and what's going on at that time.
Wow, guys, if you're just checking in, it's consulting time with your girl Lily Mae, and I am so ecstatic to be able to host the Lady Miz. And she is straight out of New York, making it do what it do, artist, songwriter, author, entrepreneur, and CEO of From the Ground Up Productions and Peace Mentoring LLC. Let's talk about Peace Mentoring LLC because that that sticks out to me. I'm all about purpose.
Mhm.
And that's purposeful. So talk to us a little bit about your entity.
So, first things first, I really wanted to do my first instinct was to do a nonprofit organization. I always wanted to work with kids, work in group homes because I was in a group home at one point. And for me, it was like, how do I help kids and give back to the community? I did not really know which way or which route to go about doing that. So what happened is I took an entrepreneur class. I learned all of that, and I came up with, okay, well, I wanna help people, but I might not be able to go that route right now. So how do I move forward in doing what I love in my heart? So I came up with peace mentoring. So peace, peace stands for People Empowering and Coalition for Evolution. So that's what peace stands for. So people coming together so that they can grow. That's what the P stands for. And me mentoring is me helping them get through that process. So did that, didn't really go hard body with it. I was just like
Okay.
kind of like, I'm playing around with it, had it out there, put my cards, but I really didn't push it enough. So then I kind of like fell off of the bandwagon with it, and I didn't pursue it as much. It almost felt like a failure to me because I had all these dreams and all this passion, and it didn't go nowhere. So I was like, oh man, like darn, you know what I mean? Like I took the class, I learned all these different things. Why am I stuck and unable to move forward? I didn't know. So I kind of just like I kind of got felt a little depressed behind it because I was just like, oh man, like I worked so hard and I did all this stuff and I had all of these different things and dreams and invested in certain things, but I didn't know how to market properly. I didn't know how to really promote properly, and I wasn't putting myself out there. And what I was doing was I was looking for, and not to say this to be mean, but I was looking for the people that I know to be the ones to be my main customers. And it
Absolutely.
don't work that way, right? So
Mm-mm.
we got to really be honest with ourselves and not really, again, I don't want to be mean or put, say anything.
You telling the truth though.
Nobody owes me nothing.
Uh-huh. That's
You know
it.
what I mean?
That's it.
Yes. So what I had to learn, wait a minute, you got to go outside of your circle. You got to go outside of the people who don't know you, because the ones who know you, they can't really understand where you're trying to go. So they're only going to see you for how they see you. So, I was stuck in that moment. It took me a lot. So I was looking like, oh man, this is a failure for me. This is a failure. Then I started to change my mindset. COVID happened, right? Then I said, you know what? I am going to push this and get back into it. Got back into it. Then I started to branch out. I started to really accelerate and learn how to get outside of my comfort zone, because comfort is the people that in a sense, and the ones that see you every day. So I got outside of my comfort zone. I started talking to people who I didn't know, because now I could really show them what I was all about, rather than somebody who might know me, they could be judging me from my past. I don't know, you know what I mean? So it's hard. It was hard for me to really do what I needed to do. So overall, to make a long story short, even though it was long.
You fine. You're fine because let me tell you something. This is the other thing. Don't say not to be mean, because everybody think I'm mean, but people think you mean when you speaking the truth and not their truth. People don't want to hear the truth. People don't want to hear you say you clout chasing when that's what you're doing. They don't want to hear that. So keep on speaking your piece.
All
Because
right.
the people that need to hear you go hear you, and the people that don't want to hear you gonna hear you too, and then they're gonna go back and talk about it amongst their little crew. to
Absolutely.
try to figure out how they can get better without letting you know they watching you.
There you go.
That's all I'm saying. But anyways, so Lady Miss,
Mm-hmm.
so family business,
Yes.
10-track album. What is it that really said, I want to give you this refreshing, infectious, nostalgic piece?
With family business.
Yes.
So family business, obviously, the name speaks for itself. It is a collective art of me and my family on it. Something that we can always go back to and say we did this together. And my husband is on it. All of my kids is on it. My uncle is on it. So, and there are like people who are close to me, like family that's on there. So family business is exactly what it is. I love the fact that everybody brought something different to this compilation album. So you're gonna hear a conscious song, you're gonna hear boom bap, you're gonna hear R&B, you're gonna hear what you call whatever they call today's music. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, I'm from the old school in a way. You know what I mean? You heard me when I said Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. You know what
Listen, that's what I got you. I got you. I'm there. We're here. Trust me.
Yes. So, so overall, family business, we talked about it and we was like, you know what, let's go ahead and put this out. Let's come together and make everybody create something, bring your art to the table, and we're
Yes.
gonna put it together as a compilation, and that's pretty much what it is. And we put it out, and that's family business because it's definitely business.
And guys, understand that family business is R&B, is hip hop, is new school, is old school, and it's just what we have to get back to. One
Mhm.
of the things that I feel like is missing, we got to bring the family back to the music, right? We
Mhm.
got to bring the family back to the music. Do you remember when you, your grandma, your parents, your great aunts, your great greats, everybody could sit down and listen to the same music? Now, if my grandmother were living, I wouldn't want my grandmother to hear this shit they playing today.
And she can't. You got to turn
Yeah.
that off, turn it down, and turn it off.
Listen, I thought it was bad. I always laugh, but I thought it was bad when what is it? Akinelli, put it in your mouth came out. And my daddy was like, turn it off right now. It's like, but now, and think about it, we didn't even really know when we were small what it was. Now we know when we got a little older, but when that song first came out, I didn't know what it was. Oh, but now it ain't even put in your mouth. Let me, it's just it's blatant, just
Right.
out there. So I'm so glad that there are artists such as yourself that's cultivating and continuing to embrace that nostalgia. Saying, girl, I love that boom bap. I don't care what nobody say. I'm
There
a
you go.
country girl, but I have always loved boom bap. It is just, it's everything. It
Yeah.
is, it's so just, I can't even really explain it. It's just, it's it. It is it. And I think we have to bring back all of the nostalgic sounds. So I'm
ab-
really excited. So Lady Miss, what's next? What's coming up?
So, again, I have two books, which I have here with me. I don't know if you can see Broken and Healed. This was my first book. Can you see it?
Yeah.
This was my first book that I wrote, Broken then Healed. I learned a lot in the process with that as well.
Okay.
When I first did that, this was pretty much my diary. This was all of the stuff that I've been through, from being in juvenile jails as a kid, for being in group homes, being in jail, going through the certain things that I went through in life.
Yes.
I wanted to write about it and again, get things off of my chest and release what I was holding in, which was the baggage. But the one thing I want to say about that book is it's so funny, and I got to be transparent. I got to stay transparent with people, is that I wrote that book thinking that I was healed, and I was far from healed. Okay.
Mhm.
I thought I was healed. I didn't even realize until later on Can you see me?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
sorry
can see
about
you.
that. My alarm went off and messed up. I did not realize that when I wrote this book, it was again a way for me to release. So I was writing all of the hurt and all of the pain. And then finally, when I got to the end, you know, I was summarizing things and I was growing in the process, but I wasn't even healed yet. You know what I mean? The healing process really came after the fact. I was convincing myself that I was healed, but I was still very much damaged. So when I did this book, I learned again, I put it out through a different publishing company. And once I learned the ins and outs and trials and tribulations with that, I went ahead and started my own publishing company. And so then I put my other book out, which is called The Indie Artist Struggle. This was to let people, first of all, to let people know all of the things that I've been through coming back into music as an independent artist and all of the struggles that we go through. I wanted to teach people too certain things because you'll be surprised how many people have dreams and love music but don't know nothing about the business.
The business
And that
of
part
music.
is
Oh
really
my
important. And
gosh.
this is why a lot of people get jerked, why a lot of people make other people rich, why a lot of people stop loving the music and hate it and walk away. It has a lot to do with greed and all of that other stuff. And look, I could go on for days, but I don't want to do that right now. That's how I want to keep it short for you. But listen, at the end of the day, I started my own publishing company. So those two books is the books that I wrote. I also started my own music publishing company because again, in the learning process of things, I learned that you got to own your own stuff, own your own masters, own everything. When you put your music out, nobody should be having your publishing. So I got my own publishing and I started my own publishing company. I actually can offer publishing to other people. That's if they don't want to do it on their own.
Absolutely.
But let me say this before I move on to the next thing. One of the things that I did learn with as far as being an independent artist, right? And really, I like to call myself a song creator now because sometimes I just might want to write songs, not just for me to perform or do, maybe for TV, for movies, for something else, not just that. So, one of the things that I learned is that if you don't know the business, if you didn't take time to read your contract, if you didn't take time to educate yourself in the business that you are in, then technically at the end of the day, it becomes your fault because you did not take the necessary steps to protect yourself. You can't expect nobody to protect you more than you are supposed to protect you. It's just like showing up to court thinking that the other person, the DA, is going to defend you and the judge got your back. That's not happening. You got to speak for yourself, and so does your lawyer. And if you don't come correct, okay, you're gonna get got. So now I'm going on to the next thing. We got my chips, okay? Bang.
Oh my gosh.
Boss move chips. So that's a long story. And if you have me on another day, I could get deep into that, but I'll give you the short version.
That's all right. You'll be back. You'll be back in the next season.
I decided to go with the potato chips. I was doing this with someone else at the time. Turned out to be a disaster. And I definitely always praise God because at the end of the day, I was laying in my bed ready to just say, forget about the whole chips because I was unable to move forward because there was somebody that was blocking me, right? And they were trying to manipulate me because they knew more than what I knew at the time. But what they didn't know is that I'm a person that knows how to go get information like I did everything else. I woke up in the middle of the night, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and researched everything and figured out how to produce my own product and put it out there the right way. The same way how Doritos, Lay's, and all those other companies, I did it exactly the same way like that. So I have my chips that's out right now, Boss Move Chips. And I have my website. People could go there and order the chips. They are in a lot of the local stores in New York and New Jersey and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get them in big chain stores, which ain't easy. But I don't give up, and I'm still working on it.
Look, it's already done.
That's something what I got.
Already done. I'm gonna throw that over there.
I can't hear you. Done. Oh no! Why can't I hear? This happens to me sometimes. I might have to come out and come back in.
So I think she couldn't hear me. I hope she can hear me now that she's off stage. But I definitely, guys, go check out Lady Miz. Like, go check her out. She is fantabulous, super duper hype, very, very innovative. And Miriam, shout out to Miriam Graham. She is definitely a true creative innovator and visionary. And what we're going to do, we're going to let Lady Miss tell you where she can find you on social media, and then we are going to run it up. So let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Yeah, so everybody can find me on Instagram, of course. That's like the main place. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on, I believe, LinkedIn too. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Twitter, and you can go to my website. And everything is Lady Miz, LADIMIZ. I spell lady with an I, not a Y. So it's LADIMIZ. Y'all can find me on all of those places. And you could go directly to my website, www.ladymiz.com, and you can see everything that I have going on. I forgot to mention that I do have my podcast, From the Ground Up Productions. On that, we do shows where we interview independent artists and entrepreneurs and business owners and legends in the hip hop industry. We also have a show called Talk Therapy, which I actually do on Tuesdays. But I said, oh, I booked the interview.
Wow, okay.
We do that every Tuesday at 8 p.m. It's on YouTube, and it's on our own network on Roku TV. Okay. And we also added a third show called Hood Court. And that kind of speaks for itself. It's a court that's hood. So if somebody violated you, everything is based off of the code of the streets. So that is everything that I have. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that, but yeah.
No, it's great. Oh my gosh, Lady Miss. So this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna bring you back, and what we'll probably do, bring you back in the next season, but we might just make it a whole show just about the business, because realistically, that's what I'm all about. Teaching, educating. It's consulting time. That's why you were here, to drop joy, jewels, and justice for all of the creatives under the sound of our voices. And we thank you so much for being here, darling.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes, yes, yes. Good night. See you next time.
All right. Good night.
Oh, wow. Lady Miz. Don't forget, go check her out. www.ladymiz.com. Now, this is fun. This is getting ready to be fun, because my next guest, Redonkulous. So, guys, let me just say this. When you hear the word redonkulous, for me, it took me all the way back to my childhood, when we legit used to say that. Oh, that is redonkulous. We never said ridiculous. We always said redonkulous. So let me bring out Redonkulous Entertainment, and let's really talk about what's going on. It's been a long time coming, but I knew the change was going to come.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. How are you doing?
The hair is giving me life.
Huh?
The hair is giving me life.
Oh, thank you.
Fuchsia are my favorite colors, so you're giving me life right now.
Thank you.
Okay, so introduce yourselves and let's jump into Redonkulous Entertainment.
Okay. First of all, hi, how you doing? We never had the pleasure to meet. Hi, I'm Kevin, the co-founder Martin.
I'm Tanya, the First Lady Fields.
We represent Redonkulous Entertainment, which is an 8-man team, which consists of Ryan, the executive producer Ross,
James, the hardest working man Brown,
my vertical reach queen,
Courtney, the Watcher Jackson,
Nigel, the wild card Frazier,
and Ephraim, the lead artist around the third.
And if you let our eight powers combine, we form Redonkulous Entertainment.
I love it! Oh my gosh. Okay. So when I first saw Redonkulous Entertainment, I was like, yo, this has got to be something funny, right? But then as I started to do research, I'm like, hold up. Man, y'all got a whole daggone clan. Talk to us about the cultivation of this amazing entity and how you expanded upon from comic books to clothing, entertainment, and philanthropy.
Wow, I didn't even thought about it as philanthropy. Well, okay, so Redonkulous Entertainment, that's an adjective not to describe something silly, not to describe something goofy. It's an adjective to describe who, what you are. We're human. We live life. We be sad. We be happy. We be
Joyful.
joyful.
Mhm.
We love Jews. We love justice.
Yes.
We're human. We go through every phase, depression, everything. So getting redonkulous means embracing that which is.
Yes. It means embodying just who you are and being proud of who you are, no matter what the status quo says. Just kind of being, proud of who you are and what it is you do, what makes you unique.
And everything that we have, our success, and we want more. That it came from the dream. The dream that me and LeVar and the whole team had was to make a comic book, was to make one individual comic book. Kids from Atlantic City don't make comic books. We're the first.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. We're from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Shout out Atlantic City.
Shout out to Atlantic City. It definitely holds a special place in my heart. It's so crazy. That was one of the other things I noticed. So back in the discotheque, because none of us were born. Back in 1957, my mother used to work at Child's in Atlantic City on the boardwalk. So that was So if I would have been born earlier in life, I probably would have been born in Atlantic City because every summer she worked there. That was her place. And so when I saw Atlantic City, I was like, yes. So definitely near and dear to my heart. That's a place that she loves and reps to the fullest. Nice. Absolutely. So comic books though, what was it that you really wanted to create? What exactly was the storyline?
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So we're childhood friends. I mean, we go back 30 years, childhood friends. We go back Superman draws, Batman draws, childhood friends. We always wanted to create a universe. I can't individualize it into one saying. We always wanted to have, at the time, we didn't know the name Redonkulous, obviously, but we always wanted a universe based on, hey, Bree. Thank God, I'm sorry. Bree maybe.
But we always, this was our dream, so we all, like you said, we all know each other since we were kids. When I met these guys, him and LeVar, when I was 12, making comic books was all they talked about all the time. And just, we all stayed tight knit over the years. And we've really become such a family and everything. And we, got older and we said, well, why not actually?
I got younger.
You did. You got younger.
I got younger.
What is your secret, sir?
Comic books.
The secret to youthfulness. But we all decided, like, why not make this dream a reality? Like, what are we doing? Why are we sitting around, just talking about it? Let's be about it. And so that's when we formed our LLC 6 years ago. Actually, 6 years ago next month. Next month is our 6-year anniversary.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh my goodness. So when I was, reading about the entity, and even I love, because when you tell the story, I could see all of you kind of walking down the street and picking up somebody, and then walking down the street and picking up somebody. And y'all got this long chain of people walking down the street, and y'all are walking into greatness. So you started with the book, and then you just started to create all of these amazing things to the point where you were able to expand into, clothes and film and just so many things. And so I want to say, what is it like though working with such a large team of people? Because let's just be real, in entertainment, I don't care what you're doing, people don't like to work with people, especially not people that may have a specialized talent or a bold personality. So what is it like putting all of those 8 different personalities together?
I believe that when you put all our 8 personalities together, that's why you get the best product. Because when we started off, we had to learn how to work with each other. We've been friends. Being friends and working with somebody is 2 different things.
2 different things, yeah.
Now we realize it doesn't matter what the person input is, because whatever when you're Redonkulous Entertainment, when you were part of the Big Eight, whatever you put in is for the best of Redonkulous. So it doesn't even matter. Just put it in there.
Right.
We could be talking about hot sauce and ketchup, and the guy be like, you know what? Let's add some apples in there. Let's add some apples in there. And we be like, okay, apples, hot sauce, and ketchup now.
And
exactly.
voila.
But you what? Redonkulous.
Voila.
There you go.
There you go.
Clothing line movie. Yep. That's,
You
but
know,
that's
that
what it
sounds
is.
like how I made my special punch when I was in college. We everybody had something different. And we were broke, and it's just like, all right, well, I got this and I got this. And next thing I know, we had this whole nice drink with canned crushed fruit at the bottom of it. But I bet you everybody had a good night too. So I get it. We were real redonkulous. I get it. I get it.
That was a good, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. All right. So we know we have the comic book. We've been through that. So then the clothing line.
Okay.
How? Like, oh wow. Blood Moon. Blood Moon. All right, let's go back to Blood Moon.
There you go.
Wow. Okay. But you transitioned though into the clothes, I'm assuming because of your logo. And you wanted to have, some merch. And then from the clothing line also, you also have some things going on a YouTube channel, but you stepped into something else at the end of 2021. And I want to talk about that. What is it that Redonkulous Entertainment did at the end of 2021?
Well, we released our first feature-length documentary, Road to Reminiscence. And we premiered it at one of the local movie theaters here in the area, had a big red carpet premiere. To kind of give you an idea of what the movie itself is about, again, it is a documentary, and it's based on the fact that all of us have been friends for so long. And obviously, when you're friends for that long, nobody ever tells you that you're going to lose people along the way. You're going to lose family members, uncles, mothers, fathers, so on and so forth. So we wanted to put on an event that would honor all of these people that we've lost over the years. And that event that we decided to put on, the event itself, which was called a Redonkulous Reminiscence, that was in August of 2020 during the COVID pandemic. Okay. So we were able to put on this grand memorial honoring 16 people that we've lost over the years. And we had tables set up for each of those people, basically detailing like their different likes and interests and things. We were able to put that together during the COVID-19 pandemic. And so the documentary itself is the road that it took to get that to happen, the road that it took to make that day such a success and such a memorable event.
And in this movie, we take you on the emotional roller coaster. We take you day by day. We take you, my mom died, Tiny's grandma died, different aunts died. I don't want to get into all the death part, but we take you on that roller coaster that we had to go through to deal with such craziness in 2020. 2020 was, and then when we take you on this whole emotional roller coaster, when the movie is over, you say, "Wow, they did that." It's almost like a feel-good movie. It's crazy. It's
wow.
It's almost like it's not almost like a feel-good movie. It is a feel-good movie.
It is.
So okay, let me get this straight. Over 20 years of friendship or over 30 years?
30.
Pushing 30.
Pushing 30 years of friendship. Friends. Made new friends. Went into business. 30 years later, we have an amazing entity that's a cohesive team of creatives from all disciplines who have come together to do something. Now, let's just be real, that most of us ain't thinking about, because we want to make fashion things and guns and all of that. So we're not thinking about comics. We're not thinking about the very thing that we could not wait to get out of the Sunday paper. Y'all brought that back. and CNN ain't picked it up yet. Like, these are the things, guys, it's consulting time. And let me just get really real. These are the things that concerns me. Does it not concern you that the stupider and more ignorant we act, the news pick it up, but they don't want to pick this up? They don't want to pick up the very thing that made parents buy newspapers because they really didn't read them, but their kids wanted the comics. Y'all remember Peanut?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't even watch cartoons, but I looked at the comics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Redonkulous entertainment is necessary. It's necessary. And we have to figure out, how do we get these babies back into the comics?
Mm-hmm.
That's I think that's my mission statement. I think that's my personal Redonkulous Entertainment. Redonkulous Entertainment, me, my own personal. I think that's my mission. I want to bring comic back. I want to bring reading back. Good old fashioned reading, imagination.
Listen, honey. Well, we need to bring reading back for the grown folk and the kids, because that's why the kids don't read, because the grown folk don't read.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, let's just be real about it. Let's just be real about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad, but it's real. Guys, Redonkulous Entertainment is here to cultivate a different culture. They're here to help us rejuvenate the kid in us. They're here to help us demystify this thing called behavioral health in our community through the use of some humor, but transparency, humor, and through the film. I'm pretty sure that each of us could take something from the Road to Reminiscence that really will make us feel good, that will really make us understand something that we're going through in life. So, guys, I charge you right now, go over to the website, Redonkulous Entertainment, baby, Redonkulous Entertainment, and just see what they're doing. Just see what they're doing. That's all I'm asking you. I'm not asking you to buy anything. Go over there and just see what they're doing, because I see the purpose. And y'all know it ain't popularity, because like I said, nobody is picking this kind of stuff up. Y'all want to chase everything and everybody that's on the list that ain't thinking about you, when it's people like this right here that need the other independent creatives to help propel them forward. So I salute you.
Thank you.
I salute you guys. I support Redonkulous Entertainment. I think it is amazing. And I need you to be global, not nationwide, worldwide, because this is necessary. Tell us a little bit about how we can follow you and what you have coming up that we can look forward to.
Tiny's going to take care of all that. Just a real quick thing. Lady Miz, we follow you. We love you.
Yes.
I support you.
Yes.
I love everything you said. I watched everything. I hope you're watching this. Please follow us back. I want to talk to you. I'm Kevin, the co-founder Martin. That's completely side note. I'm sorry. I hope that message gets.
Yes, and you know what? If she's not, I will make sure. I will make sure that she knows, because she's amazing also. And I think that would be an awesome relationship. And guys, that's what It's Consulting Time is about. Let's build these relationships. I think it would be amazing for her and the mentoring piece to connect with this. To connect with this. Right. And let's make it do what it do.
Right.
Everything she spoke. We're also into our own. We're also about to start our own music label. Couch at the bag.
Yes.
Redonkulous Music.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Okay. That should have the cat out the bag.
You let her wait too soon, man. But you can find us on our website, which is www.redonkulousent.com. Instagram, we are at Redonkulous ENT. YouTube and Facebook, just look up Redonkulous Entertainment, and TikTok as well. Just look up Redonkulous Entertainment. You'll find us.
Vimeo and YouTube is also Redonkulous Entertainment.
Yep.
And just look for that hashtag Redonkulous Entertainment, Ashley. That hashtag's out there a lot too. Just click the
And-
hashtag.
Okay,
Look for the logo that the co-founder is displaying on his hat currently and his shirt. The
Hey.
And on my pants, and on my shoes.
Yes, this is Mr. Redonkulous right here. Y'all
Listen, I'm telling you, walking billboard. You know, it's so funny. I tell people all the time. Generally, people know it's me because I always have bright, colorful hair. But because I speak about transparency, I had to come out here tonight and just let people understand it's okay to not have it all together. It's okay to show who you are. Be redonkulous. Be unapologetically you. Love what you love what you do, but have a purpose behind it, people.
Absolutely.
Have a purpose behind it, because guess what? A lot of things that weren't popular and aren't popular are rich and wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about money. So, what are the final words that you guys have for the viewers tonight? You're going to take us out.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to take you out.
Man, that's a big task.
Joy, Jews, and justice. How did you come up with that?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
How many minds want to know?
That's how we're going to take it out, by asking you a question.
Right.
Because whenever you interview with Redonkulous, it's always a reverse interview.
Yep.
This is what it is. So the joy is just the love. It's my personality. It's what you get when you came into our house on Sunday. That's how this platform came about. It's consulting time. This is simply what we used to do in the living room on Sundays after church. Sit, talk to everybody. So that's the joy. The jewels. The elders were dropping jewels on us, but guess what? We was teaching them stuff too, because we had older parents. And the justice, a hunger for what is right, a hunger for what is fair, and a hunger for what is pure. And so that's why this platform will always bring you joy, jewels, and justice, because joy, jewels, and justice is all about discipline. And discipline, while it does hurt, it heals as well.
I love it.
Okay. Now I know. The mystery's been solved.
Yeah. We've been wondering.
You ain't coming up on here with no blame. We ain't fighting nobody. However, there was a time, and I'm gonna leave it right there. But because baby, the children think that because you own your way in, honey. I tell people all the time, I'm yet striving for perfection. Ain't nothing perfect about me, and I got my word right here. I got my word close by, but honey, if I gotta sit it down, you understand? I'm gonna give me a comic, then maybe that'll bring
okay.
Sometimes I be ready, child. I be ready for the children.
I love your energy.
Yes,
I absolutely.
I love you guys. I definitely do. And guys, seriously, let's support Redonkulous Entertainment. Y'all got me. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
amazing.
I actually have the Night Owl shirt on.
Y'all, you know what? Walking billboards.
Justice.
That's their message. That's their message, guys. From Redonkulous Entertainment to everybody under the sound of our voices, be a walking billboard. Mm-hmm. If you don't brand you, who else is going to? Guys, it's been amazing. Redonkulous Entertainment, we are here. We are with you, and we're going all the way up. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye, ladies and gentlemen. Get Redonkulous.